What's up, everybody out there on YouTube? Barry Allen here, and today is another Cosplay Thursday. Just kidding, it's Bryson Michael RC, and today is another Cosplay Thursday coming to you late for the second week in a row. I apologize for that, but there is a very, very, very good reason for this next print. And if you guys have been following me on my Instagram, link is in the description, then you guys know exactly what I'm going to be showing you guys today. Now, let me explain some things from the very get-go. This is a commissioned piece. It's a print sent to me from someone, so there is not going to be, for the first time on these Cosplay Thursdays, there is not going to be a link in the description that you can just download because it's a custom-made flash print. So I apologize for that if you guys can't build it, but I'm pretty sure there are some really good flash things on there. And I will get a hold of the guy who commissioned it from me and ask him if he wants to get a hold of the guy who made the print, and if he wants to put his website on this video, then I'll link it in the description. If it's not there, then it's a no, or I haven't asked yet. But if it's there, then it's there, and you guys can go over and purchase this print. I'm not even sure how much he purchased it for. It was just sent to me to print for him, and number one, he wanted me to print it, assemble it, and then smooth it, prime it, and then send it to him to do the final coat. So that's why I'm dressed up as a Flash today. That way you guys can see a color. See colored Flash. This is what I wore for Halloween too, 2 years in a row. I love the Flash. So, have you ever seen a Flash with a beard? So anyways, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys have seen the process. You guys have seen the pictures of me assembling this. You guys saw the pictures of me spray painting it, sanding it, wet sanding it, all that different stuff. I uploaded pictures as I went and sent it to the guy as I went to keep him updated and to let other people stay updated. So this is just a completely gray helmet. But I was going to wait to make this video right here until he sent me his pictures of his finished helmet with his colors and stuff on it. But what I think I'm going to do is just show you guys the print, how it is, and then when he sends me the pictures of his finished one and then I make mine, then we'll kind of do a comparison of the two, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. And I'm going to do mine the color of these gloves. He's doing his a metallic red. I'm going to do mine like the color of these gloves, and then the yellow, the color of the yellow on here, or probably match it to there or something. And then I'll wear this again, and we'll zoom around and have a blizzast. Anyways, without further ado, here we go. The commissioned Flash helmet. Ooh, I could do the gold too. Look, there's gold on my arm. I could do that instead of that. Bam! And it's got the weathering look. Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun with my own. And I'll include some pictures right up here of the building process and stuff as I'm doing this video, so you guys can kind of, even though if you don't follow me on Instagram, which you should, or you should go over to Patreon and support me on Patreon, because I think I'm going to move things from Instagram to Patreon. So the only way that you guys can see the process and the build and stuff is on Patreon. I've been trying to figure out something that I could do for Patreon supporters, exclusively for Patreon supporters, and I think that's what I'm going to do is move some of the process stuff over. And believe me, there's some processy videos that are coming up that are going to be amazing. Anyways, here we go, here we go, here we go. This thing is awesome here. Look at that from the side. You can see, I don't know if these are positioned right. I just kind of stuck them on using tape. Back has some amazing detail on it right there. Awesome detail going all the way around. This was a really fun helmet to build. And I'm not gonna lie, like, it's gonna be a really fun helmet to finally finish. It's got detail going all the way up here. The original file that he gave me, I think the bolts stopped somewhere up here on the front and he wanted to go all the way through. So I did some measuring and evened it out and everything. And this is one thing that he was real particular about, was the lightning bolts on the front, and made sure that I got them all even and squared up, and using the Dremel and stuff. And I really have been using that Dremel a lot lately. I got some new cutting tools and stuff, and I've been using it like crazy. It's one of my favorite things to use. But really good, really easy helmet to build. Doesn't take much to do, not even a whole thing of filament. I had enough of the filament left that, well, I'd say probably about 15% of the filament left. So, I mean, you can still make some pretty good knickknacks with the filament that you would have left from this. You can see just how thin that, you can see just how thin it is, the walls here. So I don't ever do the insides, just wanted the outside smoothed up and stuff. So, and we got it super silky smooth. Look how smooth that is. God, that is cool. Yeah. Looks like a little bit of discoloration going on. Huh? So I'm filming this right before the very, very last wet sand. There's a few things that I have to touch up before doing the wet sanding. So you guys are probably going to see this because I've been really, really busy a couple days after I filmed it. So I just know that it's going to be late when I finally get to editing it and putting it out. So I'm going ahead and saying late. I don't know if you guys are going to see it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, possibly even Monday. I'm not sure. But basically you have two of these. These are the ears. I'm not a huge fan of the ears on this one. I'm not sure why. I think they could be shorter and maybe even bigger. Wider, actually. They're real, real thin. When you're doing like a real slick look to it and stuff, and he wants this to be real, real smooth, he's doing like a brand new, like the mask has just gotten done, doing a metallic shine on it. I mean, I sanded this so much because it would get... Spray paint's very unpredictable. And if you're not using a professional sprayer for like car paint and stuff like that, if you're not using an airbrush and stuff like that, and you're just using like a Walmart rattle can, and you're outside painting, which I have to paint outside. If it's windy outside, a lot of the times what will happen is while you're spraying it, air will get underneath it, creates bubbles and stuff, and then those bubbles pop. Well, after the bubbles pop, it creates little tiny holes. Not all over the place, but just randomly every here and there. And I would find them and I'd sand it all the way down and I'd redo it and just kept finding them. I thought I was going to drive myself crazy getting all the little tiny spots. And there's a few up here on the front that I'm sanding. I have one like right up here that I still have to sand down for him. I messaged him and I said, if I sand this again, I'm going to lose my mind. I mean, it is super legit. This thing is just, God, it's cool. And I want to do the finish so bad. I really do. And the one thing is he's making this as a prop too, or I'll show you guys a picture right here of me putting it on when I just had the front half, just the front half. So this would fit my head, but the bottom is not big enough to put on. It's just too small, won't fit my head in it. And I asked him if he wanted me, before connected the back to the front, if he wanted me to make it wearable, you know, kind of make like a Power Ranger helmet, put a hinge system on it or something. And he didn't want that. He wants it to be like a prop, and his end goal is to make this to where he can make a molded copy of it, which that's why it's so smooth. Feels good in these gloves because it's so smooth. That's why I wanted it so smooth and stuff, so he could make the mold and then make a resin copy of it and stuff, which is a really good idea for something like this. And then all you would have to do is, you know, take a saw and cut it, or you can just take a small part off the back, you know, cut a small part off the back or something and make it like magnetic or whatever you want to do. You can make this in a latex or something like that and make it to where it would fit over your head like a Batman cowl. So, and that's what I want to do with the Batman cowl up there. I want to do that exact same thing. And remember when in that video, that's what I was telling you guys the goal of that one was. That's why I didn't do certain things to it. I basically just got it as smooth as I could, got it black, and then that was finished because I'm going to make a mold of that one. That's basically the same difference, except I finished it in primer on this one. And he's going to make it where it's a prop that he can put on his shelf until he can mold it. So really, really cool. It comes in 3 parts, 1, 2, and 3. The file comes in 3 parts. The only thing that I didn't leave sanded was this. This can show you how deep the filament lines are and just how smooth I got it. I did smooth these parts out here, and so when he glues these on, this is like a part of the plastic, and it's got teeth and stuff in it, so when the glue gets all in those teeth and stuff, it'll put more glue in the connected parts, and it'll just hold a whole lot better than actually gluing paint to paint. It's going to be gluing plastic to paint. When he gets this, he should probably sand it down, these parts up here, and then glue these on. Or something along those lines. But it's going to be so much easier to paint these yellow and paint this red than having to tape off around these, because one of the hardest things is the circular shaped things. That's one of the hardest things to tape. So I'm not going to make this a super long video. I just want to show you guys this, and that's basically it. It's just the primered, and I'll show you guys what it's supposed to look like in the end. He sent me a photo on Instagram. Make sure that you go over on Instagram and follow me. Go over to my Patreon if you want to support this channel. Once I get 2 or 3 Patreon supporters, then I'm going to actually, and who knows, by the time you're watching this video, I may have 1 or 2 or something like that. But once I get some actual Patreon supporters, I don't want to close off everyone from certain videos and stuff until the Patreon supporters get there. But people who want to support this channel with money, they obviously deserve to get something out of it in return. And I do appreciate anybody who helps out this channel. If you do help out this channel, you're going to be helping me push to do more builds, to get more filament, to get more supplies and things like that. So I would really, really appreciate it if you just want to, out of the kindness of your heart, support this channel and go to the Patreon and donate some money. Then I would appreciate you more than anything in the world. You can get on Patreon and just donate a certain amount of money and say, this is what I want to see you build, and I'll do it. You know what I mean? If you want to pick a helmet for me to build. I also on Patreon, this is another reason why I want people to go over to my Patreon, is I'm running out of room. Look at all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and that's not all the helmets if you guys have been watching this. That's not even everything. So what I want to do is start giving this stuff away, because I need to make room. I'm making more helmets. I've got another helmet on the dock right here. That's my personal helmet that I'm going to be making. So I'm running out of room. So I want to give these things away. I've got these 3 right up here that I want to give away as soon as possible. And then the next ones are these 3 that I want to give away. And then as I go, I'm going to keep moving down and moving down and moving down the line. So I want to give you guys these helmets. So if you go onto my Patreon, and you start supporting the channel on Patreon, then you're who I'm going to be giving these away to, because you are actually putting something into it, so I want to give something back. Anyways, if you've been watching this all the way until now, I really, really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed my new intro. Intro does say Thursday, and the first time I'm using this intro is on a late video. Smash that subscribe button, smash that notification button, leave me a comment in the comments field, and I will see you on the next video, the Blue Power Ranger. And then after that, I got another commissioned helmet, rock on, sent to me by somebody. That's a DO3D print of the owl from Watchmen, the night owl from Watchmen. It is sick. Comes in 3 parts. You guys are gonna want to watch that. Anyways, like I said, my name is Barry Allen, and this has been Cosplay Thursday for Bryson Michael RC.